And the Allstate Sugar Bowl underway here in New Orleans. Returnable from the goal line for Walton. Spun down at about the... A draw play on first down. Walton breaks a tackle. He's got a first down. Kelly's first pass, low but scooped up by Evan Ingram. He breaks a tackle. He's got another. Play action for Kelly, looking downfield. He wants the deep ball to Treadwell into double coverage, and it's an interception. Ashton Lampkin on the return. We talked a moment ago about the role turnovers could play. Already the first takeaway, and we have yet to play 90 seconds.
That's the one thing that Chad Kelly's avoided the last 3 weeks. Very few negative plays, no turnovers. You love throwing into a one-on-one. I told you my eyes are going to be in those one-on-ones. You cannot early throw into...
It is Mason Rudolph getting the start for the Pokes at quarterback. The handoff up the middle. And running hard for about 5 yards is Chris Carter. Practice time, but has shown the coaching staff that he is at least medically able to play tonight. We'll see how well he plays. He's 1 for 1. And that
4 good days of practice under his belt.
Screen out to the edge. Austin Hayes.
Particularly when you have that surgery.
Very close to a first down as Carson.
Get those sticks moving. Advantage Cowboys.
Putting that injured foot to the test. But if Rudolph, as Shannon said, can play pain-free and he's sharp, he's their starting quarterback. Play action here on second down. Under pressure and sacked. C.J. Johnson came through. Ole Miss rushes 2. They drop 9 into coverage. Rudolph over the middle. Near the first down marker, but then reversing field was Marcin. Zach Seiner will try and pin Ole Miss deep. The intentional end-over-end kick. And this one fair caught inside.
The last 3 weeks with no turnovers. I'm very curious to see just how aggressive Hugh will be with those shots down the field.
Instead, it's Walton running left across the 20
this year.
Low snap. There's Treadwell making his first catch. He's got a first.
Simplified it in ways that Hugh hasn't in his entire tenure here at Ole Miss.
Play action, and he goes down. The sack on
Jordan Sims.
Kelly will take off, and this is every bit as much a weapon in his game as that. Under pressure, no chance.
It's miscommunication up front to have a free runner right in the face of the quarterback.
Rugby style kick, and this one will barely make it to midfield. Fair catch called for, and the flag comes out. Jalen McCleskey was hit, and that is going to...
After the receiver made the catch, dead ball, personal foul, 15 yards from the end of the catch, first down.
11 games, and they do that by not missing out on chances like this. Wide open, David Glidden on first down. Inside the 30, being pushed. Rudolph with a fake, swings one in the right flat for Shepard, and he is... Of course, the Robert Condici story has got plenty of notice, but Tony Connor also out of the lineup tonight, and Mike. 4-man rush. Rudolph throws one down the sideline. Flags everywhere.
So it's the best chance to win.
So OSU in the red zone. An out pass thrown to Washington. Specialist comes in now at quarterback. Gives it to Carson. And he's brought down almost immediately by DJ Jones. J.W. Walsh will try and pick it up himself, and he goes nowhere. For Ben Brogan. Play clock winding down. And it goes right down the middle. So Oklahoma State in the red zone, but they have the physical domination of both.
The latter, yes. The former, not so much.
Walton from the 2. Lowers his shoulders and gets to about the 20. Stringfellow caught 2 touchdowns in the Egg Bowl. Hand off here to Akeem Judd. Breaking tackles. Tiptoeing down the side.
These are deep. They're going to continue to run the ball.
Play action here on the slant. Cody Core muscles his way to the Oklahoma State
of strength for this offense and how Hugh Freeze scripts it.
Right up the middle. Again, it's Akeem Judd. He's close to another as Ole Miss can go. Chad Kelly takes the snap again. This one's underneath to the tight end, Evan Ingram. This time just a couple of yards as Akeem Judd. Kelly on a keeper. He's going to be brought down. Thrown back by Jordan Brailford. Gary Wunderlich missed a couple of field goals in the Egg Bowl. He was only 1 for 3 in the win, but tonight in the Allstate Sugar Bowl, he is 1 for 1. 2:15 to go in the first quarter. And now it's a 3-3 tie. And Brock, 2 wins for the 2 respective defenses. We talked about how these are 2 offenses. They're going to move them. This will be a knee taken by James Washington.
The rush of your opponent.
A reverse. James Washington weaving his way for only a yard or 2. Just a double-double. Won gold in the triple jump, the 200-meter sprint at his high school track team, and also, by the way, was a football star. Rudolph, high over the middle, tipped and almost intercepted. The pressure. Rudolph under pressure, looking at the rush, and there's a reason. DJ
one-on-one, especially with a talent like DJ Jones, that's problematic.
Zach Seiner with a wobbly spiral, and this fair catch will be made at the 42-yard line by Collins Moore. Regular season as well, second best in the SEC. And he'll run here for maybe a yard. Floating it down the sideline for the tight end. He makes a spectacular catch. Evan Ingram climbed the ladder. Brought down at the Oklahoma State 31. It's a gain of 27.
And there you see the difference between throwing into one-on-one coverage versus the double coverage earlier. Hugh Freeze will live with that because that's what Chad does best.
Kelly with a pump fake. Looking end zone wide open. And walking in is Cody Core with a Rebel touchdown. Ole Miss.
Defense. Watch these 2 safeties here as you're going to see an in cut in that wheel route you talked about, Bob. Look at the 2. Played a bunch of ball together, and they just miscommunicate. They don't pass that combination off. That's not overly complex. This is something that they have worked on throughout bowl practices. Ole Miss is not an offense that throws a lot. This is a group that struggled from a points perspective and in limiting the damage in the big plays. That's why those first 3 drives were so positive, and Mike Gundy's probably kicking his offense a little bit.
It's got to be a positive.
And you've got to see a shot down the field at some point on this drive.
Might be the final play of the quarter, and it might be a negative play for Oklahoma State. Fighting his way back to the suspended for the Sugar Bowl after drug possession charges were levied against him 2 weeks ago in Atlanta. Mason Rudolph off play action, looking deep for Seals. He's got it! Jawan Seals wins the one-on-one.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Offense, number 44. Half a distance to the goal. Still second down.
Or second down, pardon me, and 22. Back to the Oklahoma State 12. And now this will be a false start. They'll back them up 5 more. Draw play. To the 12-yard line goes. 3rd down and a mile. Rudolph over the middle. Almost intercepted, but a drop that could have been a
Your opponent, 2 huge misses for Oklahoma State.
So Siner from inside his 5. Collins Moore at midfield with a fair catch.
Real integral role did Archie in that process of getting him hired here.
Kelly low to the sideline, intended for Laquan Tread's disposal. You're Jim Kelly's nephew, and you've got the Manning family in your corner.
Not bad.
Here's Kelly, right at the first down marker, coming back to make the catch as Tread. A toss to Jalen Walton. No one home for the Pokes, and an easy 3rd down pickup for Walton. Kelly out to the edge. Caught by Markel Pack. He's got a
very similar tempo to this.
On the sweep right, it's Walton inside the 20, so it's down. You get that whole vibe around Hugh Freeze and this Ole Miss program. Flag thrown on the slant catch by Markel Pack.
Offensive pass interference, number 80 on the offense. Receiver blocking downfield. Ball was caught beyond the line of scrimmage. 15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Play action for Kelly. He's going to the end zone for Treadwell. He's got it! Touchdown Ole Miss with a flag down. It'll be pass interference against Kevin Peterson of Oklahoma
Pass
State.
Defense number 1. The penalty is declined. Touchdown.
That's what you call good on good. This is the matchup. Kevin Peterson's faced all the Biletnikoff Award winners, and he knew what he was going to be up against. He knew that he'd be out on that island in one-on-one situations. Some contact both ways, and there you just see the one-handed phenomenal strength of Laquan Treadwell. Fighting through that contact.
Possession coming for Oklahoma State. And it's going to start at their own 25. Saturday night, we've got to run the football. And can they protect Mason Rudolph? Long throw on time. Marcel Aitman steps out of bounds.
And take advantage because you've had opportunities. A lot of self-inflicted errors.
Rennie Childs going no
For loss.
The Pokes are 0 for 4 on 3rd down. Long throw. Hauled in by Blake Jarwin. Lowers his shoulders and does.
Maybe best to get to your very best plays against a defense that's used to tempo.
Jalen McCleskey, the true freshman. He's got speed with a flag down.
Holding. Offense number 47. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
You see that jersey tugged and really didn't need to as McCleskey was already by him.
1st and 16. Rudolph. Long throw on time. Marcel Aitman to the 40-yard line of Ole Miss.
Very comfortable throwing in that intermediate range.
Play action again. Rudolph this time avoids the rush. And he will throw it away. Only a 3-man rush here. And they'll run it. And pick up about 3. The ball pops out. Chris Carson lost the football. And the officials.
In bowl preparation to get those yards after contact. Does that right arm, elbow, forearm go down? I think this is probably worth another look.
It's an 8-yard difference if it is ruled to have been down by contact. 3rd down and 15. Ole Miss shows blitz. They'll rush only 3. This time Rudolph well protected. Low throw, scooped up, incomplete.
Forcing a punt.
4th punt and 5 possessions for Oklahoma State. And this kick only makes it to the 15-yard line from Siner. It's a 3 away. And Marty said to Chuck Fusina, you're about a foot away, you better pass. Jordan Wilkins on the
activity as they finally got their feet underneath them in much better rhythm.
Kelly up the seam, on time to Cody Core.
You do best, and that's pushing the ball down the field.
That's a backwards pass to Treadwell. He's going to throw it. And running under it is Jordan Wilkins to the 10. Hugh Freeze goes to the trick play. And it's 1st and goal at the 10 for Ole Miss.
Flashback, that's exactly what TCU did to Ole Miss in the Peach Bowl a year ago, is they just got blitzed. A throwback early in that game and a perfect throw from the former quarterback.
A sweep left, and this time at the 10. No gain. Slant, Treadwell, end zone. Ole Miss touchdown.
Rebel fans, you've got 2.5 quarters to enjoy this guy. The junior is going pro. He can say what he wants to say to the papers, but he's done his work, and I don't think Hugh Freeze will have any issues with it. And he's showing off exactly why McShay has him #1 on his board. The go route
is now a 3-touchdown lead for Ole Miss. James Washington, this one, even from 2 yards deep. Will result passes, execution mistakes, a blown coverage. Brock on one of the touchdowns as Rudolph goes out to the edge and finds Marcel Aitman, who breaks a tackle and fights his way for about.
Because they just can't win their man-to-man matchups.
Swing pass to Carson. Speed to the edge. Breaks a tackle, has a first down.
Side of the ball, especially now at this juncture of the game that has to get sevens.
Rudolph under pressure again, avoids the sack, buying time, extending the play to the sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Glidden. Saw number 9, Breland Speaks, get through clean. He is only a redshirt freshman. So athletic, it's almost scary, said Dave Womack. Thrown out to the edge, losing the football. Is it ruled an incomplete pass? It is. This time it's a 5-man rush. Rudolph over the middle. Dropped.
His team and say, especially offensively, guys, this is pitch and catch, and you're much better than this.
Flag down on the punt return by Collins Moore.
And you're starting to really sense and feel that overall athleticism and speed advantage the Rebels have.
Gain of a yard on first down for Walton.
Focus on the basic fundamentals, especially for these Oklahoma State receivers tonight.
Kelly, pitch and catch up the seam, running free to midfield is Evan Ingram.
It doesn't matter.
Personal foul, face mask, number 6 of the defense. 15 yards added into the run, first down.
Pretty black and white right now, a level of dominance once again from an SEC team.
Chad Kelly to Ingram again.
Absolutely red hot, 13 of 15 for 228.
Draw play to Walton. And that is good enough for a first down.
The fury, the intensity, and that edge that they talked about, they have really displayed.
Emmanuel Ogba knocks that ball down at the line.
An elite supporting cast around him as well.
Pump fake, the ball comes out as he was hit. Kelly looking, end zone, incomplete. Intended for Pack, who was over.
Rubber arm. And youth, awfully nice to have.
38-yard field goal attempt. Makes it 27-3, Ole Miss.
Well, you brought up your Sugar Bowl.
Another touchback from the back of the end zone for Washington. Mason Rudolph, well protected, finds his check down. It's Zach Veach. Drags tacklers out to about 30 with the ball. If they could ever put a drive together here and string together back-to-back possessions, they could get themselves back in the game as Carson.
Unfortunately, offensively, fundamentally failing them more often than not.
Here comes the blitz. High throw to the sideline. Marcel Aitman. Draw play against a 3-man rush. And it's Carson again.
30 minutes of offensive execution.
Third down after the timeout. Rudolph over the middle. He's got Glidden. Breaks a tackle. Down to the 31-yard line. Rudolph with a check down. Making a man misses. Carson to the 15-yard line. Dragged down at the... Rudolph scrambling. Throws it towards the goal line, and it's almost picked.
While 3 points don't look like much, you just would cripple your team with the turnover.
And Darius Webster read that. 9th play of the drive. Rudolph, incomplete. Missed a wide open Marcin, giving you a chance to go for it on 4th down. But on 4th and 10, he's going to opt to take the 3, and he gets just that from Ben Grogan from 31 yards out. Coming up next, returnable kick inside the 5 for Jalen Walton. Now to about the 26.
Session.
And off to the edge. It's Akeem Judd, and he's thrown back. 4-man rush. Kelly well protected. Aaron throw. Now it's 3rd down and 5. Last 4. Has all day to throw. How about the pass protection by that front? Now he escapes and runs for a 1st down. And he's hit out of bounds, and that draws the flag. Jordan Brailford tracked him down, and that will cost Oklahoma State 15 more. Another mistake that you can't afford if you're the Cowboys.
After the runner was out of bounds, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 94 defense, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
From Brailford. Can't have it.
Kelly wide open, settling in to make the catch. After the Oklahoma State timeout, a 1st down just outside the red zone again. That time pulled the string a little. Low snap, Kelly goes down. There's a break for Oklahoma State. This is the look on 3rd down and long. 5-man rush. Kelly under pressure. One of the first times tonight. Escapes. There he goes. No one home in the middle of the field. And Kelly's down to the 6. Down to 9 seconds to go. Instead, he'll lob it. And there's the flag. Michael Hunter on Cody Core. That'll be pass interference in the end zone.
Not a terrible play defensively.
Defense number 17. By rule, the ball be placed to the 2-yard line. 1st down.
You better throw it into the end zone, and you better not waste any time if you're Kelly running around.
Kelly on a roll with a little throwback. Who makes the catch? Laramie Tunsil. Touchdown. The flag is not for an ineligible player catching the football. Laramie Tunsil was tackle eligible. It's excessive celebration on Ole Miss.
Athleticism, you'll see the motion come, but because this is a backwards pass, a lateral, well, the big fella can show you at 6'6" and 310 pounds. Dream come true.
A touchdown for Laramie Tunsil as we go down to Shannon.
Well, thanks.
3rd quarter with the ball. Can they make anything happen? At least Ole Miss kicking off from their own 20-yard line because of that penalty before the end of the 1st half. It's returnable for Washington, but he gets bottled up before
He said, guys, this is what we were made for. Coming back.
Let's see if they can. They'll start off the 2nd half with a near.
That you got to have, and man, Ole Miss has been anything but on their heels.
They had -1 rushing yards in the 1st half.
Back.
The Pokes were 2 for 9 on 3rd down in the 1st half. They set up the screen here, and it's blocked up. Can Carson get to the 1st down marker? An extra effort. He's so close. Looks like he's about to get away to Collins Moore. Line drive. Fair catch at the 35.
In that first 30 minutes.
They'll start play action, and they're looking for a deep shot to begin the 2nd half.
The only chance you got to get back in this game.
This time aggressive, coming up and making a hit. And maybe there's a must for Oklahoma State. If you get them to 3rd down and 12, you need to stop. Four-man rush. Kelly over the middle. Incomplete. Flag thrown from the secondary. Derek Jones had it in his hands. Kevin Peterson was there in coverage.
Pass interference, defense number 1, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And there,
What, this officiating crew have been spot on here this game and tonight.
that time it was Jordan Brailford.
3 juniors moving on, just 6 seniors for Mike Gundy.
Jet sweep. Turning the corner is Core. Staying in bounds, Cody Core. Now he steps out. Judd up the middle. Stood up. Gained maybe a yard.
Rankings. We're going to build on some of that momentum with this effort tonight.
Kelly. Pressure coming. Got it away just before he went down as Emmanuel Ogba. Kelly tried to get Oklahoma State to tip their hand. 3-man rush. Ogba got a push. Kelly gets outside the pocket, across his body. On the money. That's a first down.
Going to become number 3 all-time in the history of this conference single-season total offense.
To the 20-yard line goes Jalen Walton. I remember calling 6. Ole Miss trying to get in the red zone again. Screen out on the edge. Well diagnosed. Coming up to make the stop is.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 19, offense, 15-yard penalty. That's number 19's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
That's a wonderful conversation there.
It's his 3rd down.
School ranks to find some of the best college football talent out there. That catch is made by Ingram on 3rd down and long inside the long before he entered the college ranks. There's Wunderlich. And that headed towards the left upright and outside the left upright. He missed a couple in the Egg Bowl and misses his first tonight. Still Ole Miss comfortably in front. 1970, his sophomore year, the last time Ole Miss played in the Sugar Bowl until tonight. Catch made. Oklahoma State still has yet to find the end zone. Rennie Childs. A gain of a yard.
No impact, and this is a very favorable matchup for him, and boy, is he taking advantage of it.
Nowhere to go with the football. That is coverage downfield at the side of the ball. Missing for Ole Miss. And tonight they have been dominant. And the dominance continues. Rudolph sacked back at the 30-yard line.
Because they've been in this story as much as anything else. Much Chad Kelly and the offensive superstars. And like Alabama last night, when you're 4 or 3 beat 5, it becomes a very simple game.
Collins Moore driven back to his own 15 and goes back further. Down at the 10-yard line. NFL personnel people that swung by practice the other day is Chad Kelly. Has all day. He's going to unload for Attaboy Joe. Incomplete.
One-sided affair.
Little read option. And Kelly will give it to Jordan Wilkins. 3rd down. 4-man rush for Oklahoma State. That flushes Kelly out of the pocket, throws it off his back foot to Treadwell, and he is thrown down well short of the first.
Working with a lot of new parts in 2016.
Wunderlich with a beautiful punt. McCleskey makes the first man miss. Lost the football. It looks like Ole Miss has it. The true freshman coughed it up. And it belongs to the Rebels. A true freshman coughed it up, and a redshirt freshman
Down.
Wilkins to the 35-yard line. Wilkins again. This time he's into the secondary, and he's into the end zone.
A lot of credit to Tunzel. Here's another big fella. Here's another senior that is paving the way. That's Aaron Morris, the left guard. He gets the critical block at the point. Wilkins too much speed, and it's some rough Rough start to this season. I just love the story of the kid that's got the stick-to-itiveness to not quit and play his very best offensive line look like Ole Miss is doing to Oklahoma State.
Quarterback draw for J.W. Walsh. And he lost to half.
Perspective in a bunch of spots, but to see, and especially as well as Oklahoma was playing as fast as they were playing, yeah, it wasn't close.
Well-designed play. Down the sideline goes Chris.
All sorts of calls and schemes and blitzes. But when your five get dominated by less, it's really, really difficult.
A flea flicker, and wide open is Marcel Aitman, or check that Brandon Shepard down the sideline.
Kids in college football in his situation would have said thanks, but no thanks to the program.
Carson tries to bounce it outside, hurdles a man, and then gets caught for about a 4-yard loss. Well, J.W. Walsh is a fifth-year senior on what he thought what they thought he could bring to the team. And now he's going to take a shot at the end zone. It's incomplete. Go down to Shannon.
And
I bet you he plays the remainder of this game.
Throws it over the middle to Jeremy Seaton. And Seaton's inside the 5, down to the 1. First
To the tempo they wish they could have gotten to earlier.
They're going to go quick, and they're going to get shut down at the 1-yard line again. Boy, Jeff Carr in motion. Walsh throws it at the feet of Jeremy Seaton. Incomplete. It'll be third. Play action again for Walsh. He's going to try and run it in, and he does. Appropriate. The first touchdown for Oklahoma State in the Allstate Sugar Bowl is the player that has accounted for at least one touchdown in every game that the Cowboys have played this year.
Well, and I'll tell you what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear from a lot of folks, oh, they would have done this earlier. Oh, my gosh, see, they should have played JW. Where's all this stuff? No. It's not Mason Rudolph's fault that he had 4 drops, that there were critical penalties, that were negative plays, right? And you know, that was pretty miraculous to get 1 yard and still couldn't do it with their traditional run game. It took JW's effort.
Missions, and was never given the chance to be the unquestioned starter for a season as Walton takes it from the 1. He's out to the 30, and let's go down to Shannon.
Well, hey, you guys, we didn't even have a football team when I went to Florida Atlantic University, so you can just stop.
Unable to stop has been this front for Oklahoma.
2 or 3 possessions and a bunch of takeaways to even make this thing interesting in the final frame.
Kelly reverses field and slides down short of the first down. 41-13. And on 3rd down and 1, a little bootleg for Kelly. Cruises for the first down.
He uses with just his overall athleticism and feel.
Incomplete that time as he threw it low.
More than anything else, he makes them go.
Student body right for Jalen Walton. Let's go down to Shannon.
Well, Bob, you know, I had
3rd down and 10 here. As Kelly steps up in the pocket. Keeps the play alive with his feet. Still moving. Chad Kelly in the open field. To the 15.
Rushing combined with 4,000 passing. Pretty good stuff.
Slant. Incomplete. Intended for share that record. And he'll lob one into the corner for the 3rd time tonight. He's got Laquan Treadwell for a touchdown. That is number 4.
And that may be my favorite. And I hope this kid goes back to school. I know there's conversations of whether he's going to leave and be one and done and everything else. I think he's got some growth in that team room and in that quarterback room and growing this scheme. But I promise you, if he was sitting in with Gruden, that'd be the play he'd look at. Bearing down, Ogba, defense right in his face, and he just flicks it out to his guy, giving him a chance. I said earlier in the game, he's brought his team to life, and that's what you want your quarterback.
Spake back in New Orleans. This kickoff about 4 or 5 yards deep. Again, it is Washington.
About that, and he said it's because of all the training. It's everything you do in your rehab. That's not uncommon to see guys put in that work to come back, train everything around that injury, and be even more explosive.
J.W. Walsh at quarterback. Steps up in the pocket. Now he'll take off. And run for a first down. Quarterback draw. J.W. Walsh. He's got another gear. Down the sideline. Out of bounds near the 30. Hit as he throws. Almost late.
And I know that Hugh Freeze awfully proud of those seniors that have had not just JW, but those seniors here that have seen a coach.
I think that's a decision for those fifth-year guys that has paid off. Walsh. And now, depending on
how they ended their season, and it was them. It's not just the head coach. It's your locker room that takes that team over, and that's why you're finding the success. That's why Ole Miss got to 10 wins.
And here's the product of that tonight as Walsh takes off again. Gets inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line.
Now still develop quite a bit of talent on that offensive line in order to get back on this stage and ultimately have success with it, Bob.
Jet sweep. Shepard turns the corner on third down and has a first down.
Because he'll get receivers.
Bowl, but they made it. Heading the other way is Jeff Carr. He's down to.
I agree with that.
J.W. Walsh rolling out. A throwback, but it's Ray. Diagnosed immediately.
Front out on that perimeter. It was a matchup issue physically.
Long throw to the 10-yard line. And being dragged down by Kendara. Walsh with all day. Extending the play. No one open. Bullets a throw to the goal line that's incomplete. Intended for David.
Be out there, the fans, to see them and let them know how much they appreciate what they've done for this program.
Fumbled snap by the backup quarterback, Ryan Buchanan, and he goes down back at about the 2-yard line.
Down in Oxford and for the Rebs, and I love what Hugh Freeze has said about all these guys. Robert Kimdichie the same way. All these scouts are going to try to figure out with all these guys, lots of talented people, lots of talented athletes. He's one that mixes that love for the game, that want to in practice.
Ole Miss. Knuckleball punt. That takes an Ole Miss hop across the 50 out of bounds at the Oklahoma State 45 with 5:28 to go in the all.
Most impressive to one spot off his back foot. Impressive talent and really impressive play tonight. I thought just cutting it loose.
Kelly has this year. The sky's the limit for him next year. Of course, he's going to be without, you would have to think, his #1 target as David Glidden gets loose down the sideline for Oklahoma State, is brought down at the 30.
Blown away by his upside and his continued growth.
Walsh takes off on a designed quarterback run and is brought down at the athleticism and competitiveness of Irvin. Walsh, low throw over the middle, and it looks like Walsh tries to run it himself, and he will. His second rushing touchdown of the night.
And I think pretty well documented. We've told the story. Good for him. Good for him. He absolutely deserves it. He's going to be a coach one day, and he just continues to add in this red zone where he was really good this season.
In the 2012-2013 season, J.W. Walsh was in that quarterback carousel with Wes Lunt, Clint Shelf, and actually led Oklahoma State that year in total offense as well in 2012. And then 2014, started the opener against Florida State.
Yesterday about defense and perception and stats and the Big 12, who's going to continue to get hammered, and will get hammered this whole offseason.
Eugene Brasley fighting off several times.
But when you go out of conference, as you have this bowl season, and you continue to get beat up at nearly the same rate or even worse, well, that perception is just not going to change.
About 2 yards. Preparing him for that. Oklahoma State stacks up Brasley about 1.5 yards.
I told Shannon before the game it was the pinnacle of the SEC that he grew up watching. And I think that was, once again, kind of emblematic of the night. They even had it scripted and planned. Further stamps, in your words, puts a further stamp on what 2015 was as one of the best that Ole Miss has had.
Classy move as well by Oklahoma State. And J.W. Walsh taking a knee. And it will be the Rebels that will lift the hardware here at the Allstate Sugar Bowl, 48-20. Ole Miss with a dominant performance over Oklahoma State. They are the Allstate Sugar Bowl champions. Back-to-back 9-win seasons for the first time since the 1961-62 teams that were competing for and winning national championships in Oxford. 6-2 in the SEC, their best conference record since 2003. That's their 5th win over a ranked team this season, racking up historical numbers. And their head coach is down there with Shannon Spade.
Head coach, quarterback down here celebrating this victory. We'll start with you, Coach. You told me you grew up listening to stories about Archie Manning leading Ole Miss to a Sugar Bowl victory. When that story is told from now on, your name will be included in it on the sidelines. How do you put into words what that means to you?
It's very difficult, really. I mean, it's we just won the Sugar Bowl, you know, and I just thank God he's been so good to us through the difficult times and the good times. We just stayed the course, and you know, our faith in Him is strong. That doesn't mean we're perfect, but we love each other through the difficult times. And man, to be stand here and have, you know, won the Sugar Bowl with the University of Mississippi and these guys, it's a memory of a lifetime.
Chad, you told me that Coach Freeze is like a father to you. He put his trust in you with everything that you've been through. What does it mean to be standing next to him with your arm over his shoulder right now, right here?
It's huge. I mean, like I said, he's another father to me, and he believed in me. I love him. He loves me. And what more can I ask for in a great coach like him? He puts us all in great positions to succeed, and I'm just so thankful to have him as my coach.
We've talked so many times about your first recruiting class, what they have meant to you and what they've meant to this program. When you guys go back into that locker room tonight and all the fanfare is over, what do you expect the emotions are going to be like?
Well, my emotion is going to be probably the most difficult. Not so much for that recruiting class. It's like the C.J. Johnsons and Woody Hamiltons and Aaron Morrisons and Justin Bells, who suffered some very discouraging losses before we got here. And, man, they hung with us and got to, you know, go from that to winning the Magnolia Bowl, the Egg Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl all in one season. Those seniors get to go out with that. That's kind of folklore stuff.
No, I love it. You know, one of your plays was called Talladega. That means you go fast. What do you call the trick play with Laramie Tunsil? What's the name of that one?
Laramie go score. That's what it's called. And he did it. We executed it.
It's called Pop the Collar.
Congratulations. Enjoy this one.
Thanks, Shannon.
What a night for Ole Miss. What a night for Hugh Freeze and his quarterback, Chad Kelly. Only 11 years ago, Hugh Freeze was playing for high school championships in Memphis at Briarcrest Christian. Now it's a Gatorade bath as the Ole Miss head coach, champions of the Allstate Sugar Bowl. The Ford GT postgame coming up next, and the trophy presentation. Plenty more to do in New Orleans. Don't go away. Welcome to the Ford GT postgame as we return to New Orleans. A dominant performance. They're just about set to hand out the trophy down on the field. We'll be down there in a moment. Ole Miss 48-20 over Oklahoma State. Bob Wischusen and Brock Ewert, Shannon Spade, part of our crew here. And I think we were expecting that Ole Miss would play well tonight, but were you expecting that dominant a performance on both sides of the ball without some very good players because of injury and suspension?
Pretty early it looked that way. Pretty early when a three-man rush is hitting you in the mouth and you can't get your run game going, you know it could be a pretty overwhelming night, and it was. And I hope these pictures, both of Hugh Freeze and about what you're about to see, I hope for all of you that say these bowl games don't mean anything, what's it really matter that Ole Miss wins this game? It means everything to these seniors, to a coach building his program, to a star wide receiver that more than downs, throwing bombs all over the field. And just being, to play your last game and to play your best game, pretty incredible feeling. Not many people get a chance to go out that way.
We're not 100% sure necessarily it's his last game yet. Laquan Treadwell, though, is standing by with Shannon.
What a night for you, Laquan Treadwell. He's watching some of his players on the Jumbotron here having a good time. 3 touchdowns. Why did this win and this game mean so much to you?
Just for the program, honestly, all the fans came a long way, and my teammates was leaving, and the seniors, and just everything came together tonight. And we played together as a family, and we fought hard. We came away with a victory, and it was just, you know, it's a big one, a national audience, the Sugar Bowl, of course, and, you know, everything just fell together tonight.
Last year you had the injury. You watched the bowl game from the sideline, watched a lot of the games from the sideline.
Yeah.
How much did those games, thinking about those games, motivate you during bowl practice?
Just telling myself it's a blessing to be playing, and my teammates, you know, motivating each other and being on each other all week. You know, it actually showed tonight, and, you know, we just want to thank God most importantly. And, I mean, couldn't be more proud of the team and the coaches of the game plan we have for them. Everything just worked out perfectly, and, you know, the scoreboard showed it. And it's just a blessing to be here tonight, honestly.
You know, you came to Ole Miss because you wanted to be part of a changing culture. I know you have some decisions to make about your future, but how satisfied are you where this program is if this was your last game in this uniform?
Very satisfied. I mean, we're not done yet. Of course, we're still fighting for more, and we still want more. We still want new guys to come in and build their legacy, and, you know, just do things the right way. And that's what we pride ourselves on, doing things the right way and trying to, you know, scope younger kids and, you know, show them the right way to do things. And, I mean, the team is getting better every year. We just building up, and we just getting better.
Look, is this your last game in this uniform?
I wouldn't say that. I'll go home, sit down with my parents. If it was, this is honoring way to end it. But I'll just continue to pray about it and wait for the right feeling and the gut feeling.
Good luck and great job tonight.
Thank you so much.
Bob?
All right, Shannon, thanks very much. Boy, that gave a little additional hope to the Grove that Laquan Treadwell might be back for more. Who knows? When we come back, we'll have more. We'll hand out the trophy here at the Allstate Sugar Bowl in just a moment.
The Ford postgame is brought to you by Ford. We go further so you can. And Sherwin-Williams. Make the most of your color with the very best paint.
Welcome back to the Ford GT postgame. The Sugar Bowl champions are the Rebels of Ole Miss. And it is time to hand out the hardware. The trophy ceremony about to take place down on the fields. Our own Joe Tessitore will have the honors. Joe?
Rebel fans, how does it feel to be Sugar Bowl champions? The first 10-win season for Ole Miss since 2003. We've got a lot of business to take care of to celebrate it. Game truly one of the great traditions in American sports, and leading the way is Kerry Wicker, Allstate president.
Is it on? Okay. Congratulations on behalf of the Allstate Sugar Bowl Committee to the Ole Miss Rebels, to Coach Hugh Freeze as the champions of the 82nd Annual Allstate Sugar Bowl. Congratulations go to your coaching staff, your university, and all of the great Rebel fans that came to New Orleans to support our great team, our great city, and your great team. Congratulations. Well done.
And Kerry, well done by you and your group, the president of the Allstate Sugar Bowl, Kerry Wicker. Now to present the Allstate Sugar Bowl trophy, Tom Wilson, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Allstate Corporation. Tom.
Coach Freeze, you and your team deserve this trophy for more than just winning the Sugar Bowl. You showed us how to win. You took advantage of opportunity. You never stopped pushing. You had grit, and you believed. You weren't afraid. So you showed us by believing you win. Thank you for a great college football experience. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Hugh. Hugh,